Okay, so we are now recording. I'm going to go ahead and start sharing my screen. So for those of you who can see on the screen, you'll be able to see the presentation. Jesse, since you're on the phone, that's okay, no worries. You'll still be able to hear everything I'm talking about, which will be really nice. And you'll be able to hear the video as well. But I just wanted to first say thank you for joining the Beachbody Coach Opportunity event. It's been a while since we last did one, so we're excited to get back into the flow with sharing the opportunity with anybody who's interested in learning more about what we do as coaches. As you can see, I put together this quick little presentation, so please feel free to ask questions at the end, but I'll go ahead and get started because, again, I don't want to keep you longer than we need to. So, first, just a little bit about me. For those of you who don't know, my name is Alex Bunton, and if you can see the screen, you can see I'm all of these things, whether it's a daughter, a sister, an athlete, a cat lover, a baker. I do need to change that girlfriend to now fiance, but I'm all these things that I guess you could say are top line of who I am or what makes me me. But if I really dig into who I am and how I became a Beachbody coach, let me share a little bit of that story. I was always a corporate girl. Straight out of college, I pretty much jumped to the corporate atmosphere. I worked at Avon for almost 7 years. During that time, I was a district sales manager for 5 years in Kansas. So I worked with the representatives one-on-one in small groups, in large groups, to help them build their team, build their sales, pretty much to help them build their life and their life of freedom. I enjoyed the opportunity to meet new people and to go out and set my own schedule and to help somebody achieve things that they were going towards. I thought that was one of the coolest feelings. From there, I moved to New York City, and I worked in the corporate office for Avon. So on this side, I was able to do all the other stuff. So I was able to look at all the programs and products, any kind of thing that went out to the field, I got a voice in to kind of see if it made sense, which was a lot of fun to be on that side, to see how things were put together, see how trainings were made, see how decisions were made. But although it came with a lot of good things, it came with a lot of, I guess you could say, toxic things. I'll use that word toxic because there was a lot of, in certain situations, maybe people not wanting you to succeed to your fullest abilities, or maybe people talking behind your back, or the drama that I think kind of comes with every single corporate environment you might step foot into. And so I got a taste of that, which I didn't really like. So after 2 years of that, I started looking elsewhere. Although I did like the company because it's been in my blood. My parents are still with Avon, they're top sellers, so I kind of grew up with it. I am not passionate about makeup. I never have been. I don't think I ever will be. And not that that's a bad thing, it's just not me. So I started looking at different things that I'm actually passionate about because I knew that was going to get me motivated and inspired to do my best. And that's where Beachbody came out. And it's fitness. And ever since growing up, I've always been into fitness, always been into sports. I played basketball at Wichita State University, so it's always been a part of me and something that I've always enjoyed either doing or reading about. So when I heard about Beachbody, I got really excited. Before joining the company, I did Insanity. I saw an infomercial and I got hooked. I don't know if any of you have seen their infomercials for Insanity, 21 Day Fix, P90X, Body Beast, Size, all the programs. They hook you and they like sell you on it really good, and you're like, I want to do that. So I purchased Insanity right out of college, and I did it, and I loved it, and it gave me good sweat, and it gave me what I was looking for at that time. But other than that, I didn't really look more into it. At the end of every single workout, there was always somebody coming on saying, become a coach, contact your coach. And to me, I didn't understand what that meant. I thought a coach was like my basketball coach or my volleyball coach. I had no idea what this coach was, so I just kind of turned it off and went about my way. Fast forward, probably seven years later, I am now working at Beachbody Corporate, and so I actually learned what a coach was, and I actually got the chance to work with the top coaches for 1.5 years, and I got to help them build their team, build their volume, build their life, build whatever they wanted in their head, and mentor and train and lead and develop. I got to do that every single day, and it was really fun, and I could see how passionate they were and how much of an impact it made on themselves and everybody that they talked to. So after a while, I started to think, like, this is something I could do. This is something that I would love to do. This would be a dream of mine, to be able to go independent and work in a field that I'm so passionate about, not only for me, myself doing, but also to help anybody else who might be looking for something in that area. So that's when I quit corporate and became a full-time Beachbody coach, which has now been a little over a year, and I have loved every single minute of it. Every single minute, even if it was the failures or the setbacks or whatever that looked like, it was learning, and I was enjoying it, and I was waking up excited to go every single day to inspire people to want to make a change. So that's how I became a coach, and that brings me to now talking to you about coaching and just how passionate I am about it, and hopefully maybe down the line that you might be passionate about it too. So that's me. So let's talk about our team. Our team is called the Fearless Rebels. Before I became a coach, Eddie and I talked a lot about what do we want our team to be called. It has to be something that we can connect to, that we can form a vision around. And so we started thinking about different things that inspired us. And, you know, it's easy to get inspired, we decided. But as you know, a lot of times the inspiration or motivation kind of fades away. So you need to become a rebel to keep it going, to keep that change going that you were inspired to make. You have to be a rebel because society is going to get in your face. It's going to get in your way. It's going to try to make you stop going in that direction. And so being a rebel, you can stand up against that. For example, if we're talking about your fitness, if you were inspired to make a change in your fitness and your health and your wellness, you're probably inspired for a couple of days, you're going hard, you're pushing play, you're going to the gym, you're eating better, you're drinking your water, and then you're driving home from the gym and you see 10 fast food restaurants, right? That's society in your face trying to make you go the opposite direction, go the direction of everybody else, and get off from your goals and dreams. Or you walk into probably any Quick Trip or gas station and you can get a 64 ounce of Coke for so super cheap. I mean, what is that? That's society telling you that it's okay and to go in this direction, but we know that's not going to get us in the direction that we want to be going when we start this fitness journey. So that's why you have to be a rebel and stand up against things like that. The fearless part comes in just because you have to be fearless because this is scary. Any new thing for anybody is a scary thing, whether it's with your fitness, whether it's with a business, whether it's in a relationship, whatever that looks like, anything new is scary. So you have to be fearless to face it and to continue on your path towards what you want. So that's how we came up with the Fearless Rebels. So now that you have an idea of what the team's about and why we came up with this, let me show you a little bit about what the community looks like on our team page. We have anything from people shouting out that they just love the team. It has such an awesome vibe and community to it. They're so happy to be a part of it and for others to join and see how awesome it is. We also do things like share recipes. Lauren shared how she made spaghetti squash and turkey meat. So we have a lot of sharing of recipes, which is great. And then lastly, something I put on here is motivation. Everybody needs to be motivated, so it's fun for everybody to pitch in and share a little bit of motivation, whether they need it or they think other people might be inspired by it. Just like Hannah did here. She put, what hurts you today makes you stronger tomorrow. So that's a little bit about our community and how we really want each other to succeed. And that's something that really took me to this because, like I said, when I was in the corporate environment, you almost got the feeling that people did not want you to succeed. They would keep you down. Whereas here, people want you to continue to go further toward your dreams and goals, and they will help you do that however they can. All right. So now that we talked about who I am, what the team looks like in that community, let's talk about Team Beachbody. Before Team Beachbody, this is what it looked like. It started in 1998, so really not too long ago is when the company started, and that's when they started the infomercials and the website and that kind of stuff. And as you can see from the screen, there wasn't that many programs. There was P90X, Slim in 6, Turbo Jam, so just a couple here and there, not many, and there was one every maybe 1 or 2 years, so they're really spaced out. That's when Team Beachbody came. We launched in 2007. And the difference between Beachbody and Team Beachbody is that Team Beachbody is the coaching community. That's when the coaches came into play. That's when the opportunity came. And that's when coaches were there for accountability. So let me show you what happened once Team Beachbody launched. Well, this slide always makes me go crazy because as you can see, We have launched so many new programs, so many new products, whether it's Insanity, Shakeology, TurboFire, T25, 21 Day Fix, Size, Pio, Body Beast. There's also Shakeology, as you can see, was launched in 2009, our performance line, the 3-day refresh. And then even more so off this list, we had Country Heat, we had 3-week yoga retreat, we had Core de Force, Masters Hammer and Chisel. So as you can see or hear, that ever since Team Beachbody came into play, this company has exploded, and we have even more resources to help people go in the direction of getting healthy and fit and well. So this next slide is something that I like to talk about when somebody asks me what makes Beachbody stand out. Why is Beachbody unique? And this is my answer, because it's not just nutrition. So it's not just shakes or pills or wraps. It's also not just a gym or gym, workouts. And it's not just support. It's all three of those things combined. And that's something you won't find anywhere else. I am willing to bet a lot of money on that. So we have our nutrition, whether it's Shakeology, as you can see on the screen. Shakeology is the healthiest meal of the day. I have tried so many shakes before in the past, whether it was Slim Fast or Visalis or Avocare or whatever, and none of them tasted that good, and none of them really worked the way for me as I wanted them to work. And that's when I tried Shakeology, is when I started with Beachbody. Actually, I'd never heard of Shakeology before I started Beachbody, but I figured since I joined, I needed to be product of the product, so I started drinking it, and I just fell in love. I fell in love with the taste. I fell in love with how it made me feel, and I fell in love with how it helped me on my fitness journey. Even 2 years later, I have drank it every single day, and I will drink it for the rest of my life. That's how much I love this stuff. So we have our nutrition. Again, we also have our programs. So we have all the programs that I just talked about on the last page, whether it's Pio, T25, Body Beast, 21 Day Fix, all those programs. We also have Beachbody On Demand, so you can stream it through any kind of device. We have the supplements, the equipment, the weight loss programs, and products. So we have those. And then the last, and I think the most important part to this whole equation, is the support. And that is the coach. The coach is there to support you through your journey, because we know it is hard. We know it's hard to get a program, to put it in, and to be by yourself in your living room going at it day after day after day. We know that's hard to stick to. And so that's why we have coaches to help you stay accountable, to help you stay inspired, to help kick you in the butt when you need it, and do all these things. So that is the combination of success, and that's why I think Beachbody is unique and stands out from any other company out there, and another reason why I will always be with this company. Okay, this next one is about real results. I know if you've watched the infomercials, you've seen before and after pictures. You might see them on the internet, but here are real results from people on our actual team that I'll spend a little bit of time talking about my journey. I'm gonna pop out and let Sarah talk about hers, but just to let you see that, these programs do work, the products do work, and they work for anybody who makes the decision to commit and stick to it. So I'll just start with mine really fast. The picture on the left, if you can see it, was me when I first started Beachbody. So that was 2 years ago. I was not happy. I was not happy at all. And I would look at myself in disgust. I didn't feel good in my clothes. I didn't feel good doing really anything. I always had my arms around my waist, and I tried to hide it. I really did, until I got this healthy level of disgust and thought, I need to make this change. And that's why I'm so thankful that Beachbody came into my life, because it allowed me to do that. And then the picture on the right is me 2 years later. So as you can see, this has been a journey. This has been me drinking Shakeology every single day, me finding this lifestyle and nutrition and the foods to eat that help fuel my body, and also me working out with different programs, and just sticking to it and never giving up and just showing up every single day, whatever that looks like. So that is my transformation, and I can guarantee you I am so much more happy now than I was 2 years ago, especially when I look at these pictures. But I do want you to know that this can happen for anybody. If I can do it, I promise you, you can do it. And I enjoyed every single bit of it, even though I was super sore or whatever that looked like, trying to get used to all these new programs. It was a lot of fun, and I wouldn't change it for anything, really. So that is my story. Next up, we have Sarah. Sarah, are you able to talk right now?
Yeah.
Awesome. Would you like to share with us these pictures?
Sure. Now these have changed because these were last like spring, but we started our Beachbody journey back beginning of January with hammer and chisel. So it's kind of funny because I'm restarting my workout journey basically again this January because I had a baby in December. So um, it was completely unplanned. So so I got to like my most healthiest, fittest, feeling the best I've ever felt my whole life. Turned 30 in March, and I it's just amazing. I never thought like as I got older it would get better. I could get in that shape that you think you have, because that was my third baby. After pictures were after my third baby, and you kind of just feel like you have to accept that your body's just never going to be what you really want it to be. And I kind of got to that point before we started, like in November before we started. And I decided in December, after I saw like a hammer and chisel, like before and after pictures is what caught my eye. And I was like, we just have to do this. So we did it. We stuck to it every day. And then I didn't start Shakeology right away because I was one of those, like, it's too expensive. I didn't want to spend the money on it. But then I decided to become a coach. So I wanted to try the Shakeology so I could, see if it really did make a difference. And it did. It completely did. And from then on, me and my husband Kyle have been hooked, and we love it. We believe in it. We know it works. And as far as the coaching side goes, it's really amazing watching people change and watch their journey unravel and help people along the way, and get paid doing it. And so it's a really cool job. And anyways, I think that's all I got.
Yeah. No, I think that's great. And I love your story, Sarah. I love it so much because so many people think the same way, I feel like, especially having 3 babies and, whether it's that area or turning 30 and not thinking that it will ever be the same, or even when it comes to the price of like Shakeology, that you never want to buy into it. But once you do, you really start to see how much it can impact your life and all the lives around you as well. Mm-hmm. And another thing I did want you to talk about, because I know you talked to me about it a lot, is that this journey with pregnancy that you just had, the difference between that and the other ones that you experienced because of your journey with Beachbody.
Yeah, it's insane. So I had Bryson in May of 2015, and then I had Dawson just in December. So they weren't that far apart. Bryson's pregnancy was so terrible. It was just, I had so many aches and pains all over my knees, my ankles, like absolutely everything. I was probably at my most unhealthy when I got pregnant with him, and most out of shape that I've ever been in my life. So, I mean, it was just miserable. I don't know. And then I got on this journey, got pregnant in March or April, and I continued to work out and drink Shakeology throughout most of my pregnancy. And it's just crazy. I didn't have any aches and pains. I had so much more energy. It's just, I just can't even believe like how different it was. And I wish I could like tell people that are trying to get pregnant, like you got to do this. Like you got to work out and you got to stay healthy, and it makes just night and day difference. It was amazing.
That's awesome. I love hearing that story still. Testimony. So good. Well, great. Well, thank you so much for sharing. And these pictures rock, and I can't wait to see your after pictures from this journey as well.
Yes.
All right. And then the last results picture I have is from another coach on our team, Lindsay. Lindsay did a couple rounds of the 21 Day Fix and also Master Cameron Chisel to get these results. I remember when Lindsay first talked to me about it, she had that moment when she was in Las Vegas with a bunch of friends, I think for a bachelorette party, and she had to put on a swimsuit. And she said as soon as she put it on, she just went to the bathroom and started crying. And she just couldn't take it, and she just hated how she looked, how she felt. She didn't feel comfortable, and she said that was the moment that really made her decide that it was time to make a change. And I think that's for everybody. I think everybody has that moment, that aha moment, some kind of moment where they're like, okay, it's time to make a change. And so that's what happened to Lindsay. And as you can see, she definitely made a change, and it's so cool to watch her transformation and her journey go. So that is Lindsay. So those are a little bit of the results going on our team. So now after we've talked about all that good stuff, let's talk a little bit about what coaching is. So when I talk about that, I kind of like to start out about what coaching doesn't have to be, because I feel like a lot of people have these things in their head of what a coach does, and they don't think that they have any reason to be a coach because they're not a fitness and nutrition expert, they're not at their fitness and nutrition goals, or they're not an experienced salesperson. So those are three big obstacles or things that I hear every single day with people not wanting to become a coach. And that's why I wanted to spend a little bit of time on why you don't actually have to be these three things. So the first one, you don't have to be a fitness or nutrition expert. It might sound silly, but it's so true. And the reason for that is because we hire people who are fitness experts. That's why we have our personal trainers. That's why we have Autumn or Siggy or Tony or Sean T or Shailene. We hire them to be the fitness expert. So you don't have to be the fitness expert. Same thing with nutrition. We hire nutritionists who come in and plan this and figure these things out, the equations and all that, the containers. We hire people to do that so you don't have to be the expert. And I think that's the best thing. That's completely out of your hands, and you just help people stay on track. You help people stay inspired, and that's what you do. You don't have to be fitness or nutrition expert. The second one is you don't already have to be at your fitness and nutrition goals. A lot of people think that because they're not where they want to be, they can't help somebody else get to where they want to be yet, which is probably the complete opposite. Because a lot of what coaching is just sharing your journey. And when you share your journey from where you are now to where you want to go, that's the inspiring part. That's the part that makes people think, if she can do it, I can do it. Look where she is now. Look where she came from. Look where she's going. That makes me want to do it. That inspires me. So just because you're not where you want to be fitness-wise, nutrition-wise, that does not mean you cannot be a coach. It's actually better if you're not, because then you can help inspire people along the way of your journey. And the last thing is an experienced salesperson. Again, this is probably the number one thing that people tell me, I'm not a salesperson. I'm not a salesperson. And again, to that, I understand, because a lot of things in this area, like a multi-level marketing company, you do have to sell things. You have to sell lipstick or mascara or candles or pottery, whatever that is, Tupperware. You have to sell those things. I get it. But with this, I feel like it's completely different, because this is you're just sharing. You're using the programs, you're using the products, and you have this transformation that is just making you feel so good that you just want to share it with the world. You really want to yell from the top rooftops, right? Because you just feel so good. And so why wouldn't you want to share that? It's not like you're selling somebody. I don't think I've ever once put on my wall, buy the 21 Day Fix for $140. Like, I've never once said that in my entire coaching career, because I'm not selling. All I'm doing is just sharing my journey. And when you do that, that's when you inspire people to make a change, and that's when you can help them do that. So when you think about a salesperson, that's not what we do as coaches. It's like probably the furthest thing away that we do as coaches. We just help inspire people by sharing our journey. So those are three things that a coach does not have to be. Let's talk about what a coach should be. So a coach should be proof the products work. Like we've kind of said this whole entire time, in my story and Sarah's story and everybody's story really, is that they started with a program. They started with Shakeology and they just felt great. And then they started sharing. So if you don't use the products or use the programs, you really have nothing to share. So you really have nothing to inspire a lot of people with. So it kind of stops there. So that's why it's important to be proof the products work. Not only to invest in yourself and your health, but then to share with other people your journey. The second thing is sharing how how people can change their lives and achieve their goals. Just like I said, when your proof the products work, you want to share. You want to share your journey with Shakeology, with the nutrition, with the fitness, or just with life in general. If you just had a baby, or if you're at work and you work in a corporate job, or you're making it fit here and there and you're doing all these things, you share that journey, and that's what inspires people to make a change in their life. And the last one is to improve and develop yourself. We're big believers in personal development, whether that's reading or watching videos or listening to podcasts. We're always about growing ourselves, growing our knowledge base in whatever area that looks like, whether it's fitness or nutrition, or maybe it's leadership, or maybe it's just to feel good, maybe a feel-good book. We're always feeding our brain with positive things that will grow us to make us a better person in general. So if you can do those 3 things, you can 100% be a coach. I can guarantee you that. So now that I've talked a lot, I'm going to show a video. Like I said, it lasts maybe 8 minutes, and then after this, we'll be just about done. So I'm going to toss it over to the video. Again, if you're on the phone, you should be able to hear it, but I'm going to go ahead and play it right now.
Beachbody, creator of the hottest and most respected fitness products in the world, now has an opportunity for you to join us by becoming a Team Beachbody coach. As a coach, you'll be given the opportunity to earn income by sharing the best fitness programs and nutritional supplements on the market today.
Instead of doing the obvious thing and selling our hit infomercial products through retail stores, we asked a handful of our customers to become independent distributors. We call them coaches, but they're not fitness or nutrition experts. These are people who simply love the products and love sharing them with people because they actually work.
As a Team Beachbody coach, you're partnering with a company that stands above all others with this unique opportunity. And because we need your help to help other people, there's no better time to get involved as a Team Beachbody coach than right now. There's a massive health crisis throughout North America. Just in the United States, 2 out of every 3 adult Americans and 2 out of every 5 children are considered overweight or obese. This means more than 200 million people are unhealthy.
The neat thing about what we have with Beachbody is an opportunity to make a difference, to change people's lives, to reverse that trend.
Beachbody CEO Carl Daikeler and President John Congdon began combating the health crisis in 1998 by conceiving a simple solution to this massive problem. Sell top-notch fitness products and provide unprecedented peer-to-peer support to help people get fit. The phenomenal success of Beachbody is undeniable. And when John and Carl examined that success, they realized that a large part was due to satisfied customers sharing their fitness success and passion for Beachbody with those closest to them, as well as on the Beachbody message boards. This natural interaction between customers was recognized by Carl and John and led them to develop a compensation plan, where Beachbody would begin paying people for what they were already doing for years, sharing Beachbody products. Thus, the Team Beachbody Coach opportunity was launched.
I now make more money in my Beachbody business than I ever made in my restaurant business.
To fit in machines that never thought I'd be able to fit in again, and I'm able to save money, have money in a savings account, and that feels really good.
After about 3 to 4 months, that's when it started to really get me really excited, because my check for 1 week was $1,000.
Decide, commit, succeed. The Beachbody mantra is not some snappy cereal box slogan. We guarantee that when a customer decides to commit to a Beachbody fitness program, they will succeed. But we've learned that success doesn't just come from buying a fitness program. Nutrition plays a critical role, and Beachbody's ultra-premium health shake, Shakeology, has become one of the best-selling products in the history of the company because of our Team Beachbody coaches.
Shakeology is what they call a market disruptor, because while competitors have come up with Me Too energy drinks and antioxidant juices, we've created the absolute highest quality weight loss and health shake on the market today, period. The absolute best.
The opportunity to share products that you love and earn money while doing so is something we're proud of at Beachbody. This is how it works. First, you earn a 25% commission on all retail sales. It's just that simple. For example, if you have 3 Shakeology sales a month, you would earn enough to pay for your own monthly supply of the healthiest meal of the day. You can also earn an even higher commission when you sell our exclusive Team Beachbody Challenge Pack, which is a one-stop solution for customers. A challenge pack includes a fitness program of their choice, a 30-day supply of Shakeology, and a free 30-day VIP membership in Team Beachbody's premium online club, which offers customized meal planning, exclusive video content, and so much more. And many of our successful coaches use Beachbody Challenge groups to engage their customers and coaches by providing support and accountability to help them achieve their optimal fitness results. And if you choose to build a team of coaches, we have a lucrative bonus program that lets you earn from your whole team's productivity. And the rewards don't stop. We also created the Beachbody Challenge contest, where coaches and their customers can submit their success stories and have the opportunity to take part in over $1 million in cash and prizes. Here's some good news to make it easy for you. We provide every coach with a website and an online office, where you can access sales and marketing tools, as well as a library of training and personal development resources. Plus, we handle all the product fulfillment and customer service for you. All you need to do is direct customers to your website. And when they make a purchase through you, you earn a generous 25% commission, and all your income is paid weekly.
You do not have to be an expert to be a Beachbody coach. Anybody can do this. When we started, we didn't know what we were doing, and then Beachbody provided us with the tools we needed to be successful. And it's been a wonderful ride.
Many coaches earn enough to make a car payment or enjoy a vacation. Some earn enough to quit their day jobs. And a few top coaches even earn more than $1 million a year. Beachbody has the most popular fitness programs in the world. Programs like P90X, Insanity, Turbo Fire, and Brazil Butt Lift, just to name a few. And to support that success, we spend over $100 million a year in advertising these programs. So you can reap the benefits of that exposure and feel confident knowing that as a Team Beachbody coach, you're partnering with the #1 brands on the market. There are many reasons in addition to the extra income to becoming a Team Beachbody coach. To get fit and healthy, to get great discounts on Beachbody products, to earn travel and incentive trips to some great vacation destinations, or even to work out with your favorite Beachbody celebrity trainer. But most importantly, the time and freedom to do what you want to do most.
The extra income with Beachbody, for me, is freedom. Freedom to be at home with my family instead of going off to a job every day. It's the freedom to do what I want when I want.
Think about your own situation. Is what you're doing now going to give you the lifestyle that you and your family deserve?
You want to go to your kids' baseball games, soccer games, graduations, recitals, be there for them? You can do that. It's up to you.
You can become the CEO of your own business as what we call an independent Team Beachbody coach. We're going to make sure that you have everything you need to be successful and provide you an amazing opportunity to achieve all your financial dreams. Now the decision to go for it is yours. I thank you for your time, and I look forward to working with you. Let's get started.
All right. So that is the video. I think it does a great job of kind of talking about everything from how Beachbody got started, the compensation plan, what it looks like, the rewards and benefits, and all that kind of good stuff. So now that we've talked about all of that stuff, this is one of my favorite slides because you really do have the opportunity to pick your own path because your business means your rules. Here are 3 different options that we talk a lot about on the team. The first one is a discount coach. We have a lot of these coaches, people who come in, who do a program, who drink Shakeology and love Shakeology so much that, of course, they want to continue on it, but they would like to get a discount. So they save 25% on their Shakeology. Again, they drink Shakeology every single day, and they're not out to really share their journey or make any kind of sales. So that's a discount coach. The second one is a hobby coach. This person might have a full-time job or something along those lines, but they enjoy sharing their journey with Beachbody programs and products. So they're earning extra money while they do that. And then the business builder is somebody who's all in, whether they have a full-time job or not. They're building for the life of freedom, so maybe eventually they can become a full-time Beachbody coach. And then they're also helping other people grow and do the same thing on their team. So those are 3 different paths that we talk about. Take a little bit of time, think about it, and I'm going to pop over here now to questions. So I'm going to actually stop sharing my screen so that way we can open it up for any kind of questions that somebody might have. So I see Susan, hey Sherry, Jesse's still on. Lil, I see you're there, girl. Does anybody have any questions right now off the top of your head after looking over that or hearing it?
I don't at this time.
You're good, Jesse? Okay.
Yeah, I think I'm good.
Awesome. Sherry, Susan.
Hi, it's Sherry. I had not seen that video or your presentation before, so I think I've got like 5 pages of notes here. I loved it. I loved everything. I didn't realize that. I knew you didn't have to be an expert at nutrition, but I thought maybe you had to know a little bit more about exercising and things like that. But really, you don't. I loved it when they say what you do is inspire and just share your journey. You don't sell. They've hired people to do that. And that one sentence, there's one caption that I took was peer-to-peer support. So just by sharing with your friends your journey, and I see the value now of putting pictures up, not just lips. That it's going to show it. People are going to be watching, and people are going to be sitting there and just seeing what you're doing. I know right now I'm a discount coach because of my situation, but I can certainly see how yes, you can be a huge business builder in this, and it's unlimited. It's just unlimited. The only question I have is do we just have to sell in North America? Can we tap into other countries?
That's a great question. It's a great question. So this year we're actually tapping in international. Right now it is just North America, so United States and Canada. But we are tapping in this year to international. They haven't told us the exact list of what those countries look like, but we're starting to expand. But since you mentioned it, I think it's kind of cool because a lot of companies, I feel like, go so fast internationally, right? So they don't have time to really perfect things or build things and make the foundation strong, where Beachbody now has been building this strong foundation since 2007, or really 1998. So it's good to know that we have this strong foundation. So now when we do go international, it's already known. It's not this brand new image thing, and people are ready. So that's an exciting part, I feel like, when we do make that jump.
And it's still a very young company, like since the start. And the fact that they're putting $100 million into advertising tells me that they're solvent enough that it's not a company that's going to go under. It's going to be around for a long time and only get bigger and bigger.
Completely agree. And I think when you talked about peer-to-peer, I think that's so important to know, because it's not like just trying to sell to random people. It really is these relationships and these friends that you have that are just following your journey, so that when they finally make that decision, because it's a hard decision to make, to want to start on your fitness journey and stick to it. But when they are finally ready, they have somebody like you to reach out to, because they've seen you've been sharing. They know that you're committed. They know that you're consistent and you're not just like an in and out type of person, and that they can trust you. So when it's time to make that switch, you're who they come to. But great question, Sherry, and great comments. Susan, do you have anything to add?
I was looking back through some of my pictures as you were sharing, like your guys' transformation pictures, and I was like, some of the pictures are good, and I really want, but I actually put together a collage to help me.
Oh, good.
I wish I could share my screen with you, but it's crazy because I go from December of 14 and I can just see, I'm happy, but I just hate the way my body looks and everything. I hear Bomba. She's talking
right now a lot.
And then I go to the next picture I really have of my body is a month after you convinced me to try Beachbody. And then I go to March and I can already see, you know, the physical changes. And then I go to May. And then I'm in the last really good picture I really have is July. And you can really see, though. But I'm going to finish that out. And when we do our call, our next call a week from Saturday, I will have sent you that, and it will have 20 pounds down picture. It's almost 100 pounds since I started last January.
It's so exciting. I can't wait to see the transition in pictures because I know you don't share that really much, but I'm so excited to see kind of like you said, kind of these kind of months by months, and just to see the transition and the transformation is going to be amazing. I cannot wait.
I mean, I kind of actually sat down and thought about this morning because I really don't get on the scale unless I have to go to the doctor.
Yeah.
It's just not something I keep in the house because that's not how I measure my success.
Yeah.
And I think if you measure your success at your scale, you're going to be very disappointed in your overall transformation. And you're not going to see how much happier you become and how other people view you. Other people don't view you by your scale.
Yeah.
I think. You know, and I think that sometimes living by the scale is more detrimental to us than anything.
Yeah. I think the number on the scale controls us. It controls a lot of people because maybe the way we were raised or how the media puts it in our head, like it does. That number like dictates how we feel that day. And if it's a bad thing, then we're like just down in the dumps. And I think that's smart because there's so many other ways to measure your success with your fitness journey than just the number on the scale.
Absolutely. I mean, I actually sat down and thought about it this morning after I finished my workout, and I was like, I kind of cried. They were happy tears, but they were tears of realization that, I mean, this summer when I fly to Florida and I see my niece and nephew, I'm not going to be fat Aunt Susan that wants to stay inside. I'm going to be healthy Aunt Susan that wants to go to the beach and is going to be happy and can run and play and pick them up.
It's going to be huge.
And
I love it. I love it.
And then Ireland in 2020.
2020. It's happening, girl. Well, thank you for sharing. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Yes. And Lil, I know you're on mute right now, just in case you wanted to say anything. But if not, no worries. But I'm glad you jumped on. So thanks again for everybody who jumped on. Again, I did record this, so I'm going to stop recording right now.